Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Runescape 3 The World Wakes Grandmaster Quest. So, guess who just crashed the party? It's my main man, Zadra, and Wahisiatel, and Akthanakos.
Arzanadra, I should have expected you Zerosians to lurk in the shadows, afraid to face those stronger than you.
You watch your tongue, Ziliana, or I will rip it from your mouth.
You presume to speak to me, Nex? You, who has been locked in your icy prison for thousands of years? Do you really feel ready for battle again?
It seems you are outnumbered, Ziliana. It would be wise to back down. After all, had you not been so desperate to reach Guthix, I'm sure you would have noticed us shadowing your steps. Perhaps you would have thought twice before destroying half the defense, kindly clearing our path.
You dare! Oh, we are wasting time, Arzanadra. Let us just kill her and be done with it.
Calm, Char. It is all in hand. It is no use fighting anymore, Ziliana. Unlike you, we planned ahead and have an agent planted closer to Guthix than any of us could ever be. Norik Pravus, would you be so kind as to lead us to Guthix?
Marjarat, do not filthy this place with your lies. Norik Pravus is a faithful guardian of Guthix. He would not betray all we have defended.
Oh, you naive creature. Do you honestly think this intelligent, worthy human would side with you, with your ridiculous notions of balance?
I mean, they are kinda ridiculous, I admit.
No, this adventurer is better than that. Sliske presented Norik Pravus with our plan from the beginning. He's been masquerading for the entire journey.
I won't believe it. Well, what is the truth then?
Norik Pravus, do you wish to wake Guthix? To learn all that such a powerful being could teach?
Do you wish to protect Guthix? To save the world from the lesser gods? Or do you wish to destroy him? To pave the way for his betters?
I want to wake Guthix. I will side with the Zerosians.
Norik Pravus! No!
How could you do this to us, you filthy rat? We believed in you.
Hey, look, alright, I get it. I understand why you might feel a little bit betrayed. But first off, you only just met me and you kind of put me in a lead position. I mean, you kind of went off of very little. It's your own darn fault at the end of the day.
Guthix believed in you. He gave you his power.
I appreciate that. But we must convince him to let Zeros return.
You have no idea what you're doing. You will unleash a new God War.
We cannot let you continue, Norik Pravus.
Guthix must be protected.
Oh god, it's Death. I probably shouldn't mess with Death. I'm thinking about this again.
What is going on?
The wall! Look!
Oh dear. Ooh!
There's someone in there. I saw them. They have uncovered the path to Guthix. This was a trick to stall us, an attack while our backs were turned.
This was not in our plan.
But there is no one else.
We do not know that. Norik Pravus, you must reach Guthix. Go, now!
Okay, let's go find Guthix. I'm gonna go find him. Who could it be? You know, Sliske is mysteriously absent.
Stop, Norik Pravus, or we will make you.
You will not reach Guthix before us.
Alright, so avoid things falling from the ceiling. Avoid boulders. Ow! 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 Okay, that actually hurt. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move down. Oh god, move down this way. Okay! 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 There we go. There we go, I feel a little bit better. Let's take the right path. Oh no, spikes! Ow, 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 that's not where I want to go. Stop, turn around, turn around. I'm sorry the spikes were in your way, but turn around and get back down there, you dum-dum. You big dum-dum, get over there! Whoa, 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 what's happening now? Okay, promising. Whoa, holy crap! Holy crud! Wait, what?
Sliske! No!
Okay, wait, I thought the whole plan was to bargain with him, Sliske. You're the one who told me we were doing that. Gothics!
Norik Pravus, come to me.
Okay. Creepy dead gigantic god, I will come to you. Wait, where am I going? Oh, wait, I'm gonna go down the stairs. This is a gorgeous location, though, I gotta say. I'm really impressed with what you've done with the place. He's enormous! Holy crap, I had no idea gods could be this big!
Do not be afraid. You have no enemies here. As I believe you know, I am Gothics.
What just happened? Are you injured?
Sliske was wielding an elder weapon. A god slave, if you will. I am dying, Norik Pravus. But we still have time. It has been most interesting watching your brave journey to get here.
You knew what was happening outside?
Yes, I saw everything. I cannot blame you for your decisions, Norik Pravus. But there is something I must show you.
Gothics?
I am here. I have taken a form from my past.
Your past? Where are we?
This is my homeland. Or rather, my last memories of it, moments before I left.
Your homeland?
Have patience, all will be explained. You saw Sliske, the Majorat, deal his final blow. I am dying. I have slowed our passage of time momentarily, so I may share this with you. Please, explore. I will wait for you along the path.
Okay. Oh. Naragi corpse. A memory of someone long dead. Wow, this is an impressive place. Holy crap, oh my gosh, there's so many dead bodies.
Many millennia ago, I was born here, far away from the land you call home. From as far back as I can remember, this world was in turmoil. My world was home to many gods, many beings who would claim it as their own. The gods fought relentlessly, and as more and more came, the fighting became more vicious. A war broke out and lasted for centuries. The world was ravaged, and the population decimated. And do you know who came out as the victor, Norik Pravus?
I don't know.
No one. No one emerged triumphant from this ordeal. My people were killed. All my friends, my family. I was left to stand alone on this devastated plain, with memories of what my life had been.
What about the gods?
Many died. Many fled. Please, meet me along the path when you are ready.
Okie dokie. So, many dead bodies. Friends, family. So, he's gonna make the arguments that gods being on this plane can only lead to death and destruction. Yes? That seems pretty straightforward. What the crap? Investigate Skargaroth.
In the last days of the war, I believed I was soon to die too. There was no food, no water. I scavenged among the dead until one day I found a weapon, a large sword crackling with energy. I recognized it as a weapon of the gods, the Elder Weapons, as they referred to them. The weapons were prized among them, and they fought even over these. I knew it to be my only chance, so I took it. Having seen so much violence, I do not believe in it as a solution. But in this case, I had no other choice. In the dead of the night, I crept from the ruins of my home. I found a slumbering god, the god you see before you, peaceful amid the rubble. I stabbed him with the Elder Weapon, driving it deep into his back. The weapon shattered as the god reared back in pain before crashing to the ground. As I watched him take his last breaths, I felt power growing within me. I became a god myself, equal to those who had tormented my life. I left this world and its painful memories. I fled for centuries, aimlessly wandering until something captured my attention. I felt drawn to a planet, Gielinor. It was beautiful, and more importantly, empty. It was somewhere I could hide and mourn my dead. I had not expected to find a stone upon it, the Stone of Jas, granting me greater power even than the gods of my homeworld. I will continue my story along the path. Meet me there when you are ready.
Skargaroth looks like a giant gorilla. The dead god looms over the landscape, terrifying even in death. His appearance suggests that he was not a benevolent god, though even if he were, it seems that none of the gods who visited this world cared much for the mortals living upon it. An unidentified corpse. KSSO. What is this? Doesn't look like any race I've ever seen.
It is a god's warrior, a creature introduced to this world only for war. The sparring gods here brought in other races to fight for them, their own armies, much like the Majorat or the Ician were introduced to Gielinor. When I arrived in Gielinor, I spent a long time alone. I didn't know what my future held, what I should do next. Eventually, I came upon what I believed was my purpose. I aimed to create a world free of the influence of gods. A world where the inhabitants would not have to fight other beings' wars. So I introduced my own chosen races. Humans, gnomes, beings who do not strongly tend towards evil nor good. I chose tribes who had no concept of gods, and I brought them to Gielinor to live uninfluenced lives while I retained the balance. I was foolish. My plan would never work. I will continue my tale along the path. Please, meet me when you are ready.
I mean, you just jumped a little bit over here, a little hop, skip, and a jump, so I don't feel like I've missed too much.
I should have seen it coming. I introduced them to the world. I had a power greater than they had ever seen. The mortal races began to worship me. They built shrines to me, made sacrifices. They waited on my every word. It pained me deeply to see myself becoming what I had always loathed. They should not have been living beneath me, serving me. I wanted them to be free, balanced, to make their own decisions. Knowing my presence was thwarting my efforts, I withdrew into the earth to sleep. I hoped I would be forgotten over the ages. But it was not long before the other gods arrived. I feel my strength draining. We are nearly at the end. Please meet me along the path when you are ready.
I'm sort of starting to see his point. I think he's making a pretty good argument right now. That said, though, I still worship Zeros because I don't know if I necessarily agree that people are free to make their decisions, nor should they be. They are, after all, only mortal, yes?
When I ended the War of the Gods, I did it with no pleasure. I knew I had already failed. Looking over Gielinor, it was like looking at my homeland. The land ravaged. The mortals worshipping a multitude of gods, including myself. The races brought in by the now banished gods remained, and disrupted the balance at every turn. Battles raged on in the names of the absent gods. I could banish the gods themselves, but I could not remove the memories of them. The blind faith displayed by their followers. Besides, my own interference would only disrupt the balance more. I have disproportional power, more than any single being should have. I will wait for you further up the path when you are ready to continue.
Okay. So the thing is, though, you're kind of doomed to fail at that point. Like, you know that if you continue to intervene, you'll mess up with the balance. And that's true. It probably would. But by doing nothing, you guarantee that the balance is disrupted anyway. The question is it going to be balanced in the short term or the long term? And in the end, I'm not sure you made the right choice for your goals, Guthix.
I could have prevented this, Snorik Pravus. I have been awake since you triggered the alarm. I knew what would happen.
You could have stopped Sliske. Why didn't you?
Norik Pravus, I have been the most powerful being on Gielinor since my arrival. Of course I could have stopped Sliske if I had desired to. But I embrace my death. It must occur if the world is to be balanced. If the gods return, another war is inevitable. Gielinor must be returned to peace before war destroys it. Before it becomes like my own home. A dead, desolate wasteland. Gielinor must be protected, Norik Pravus. But not by me. By a mortal. Someone with the power to defend against the gods, but not the power to be one. Sorry, it is... The pain is becoming stronger. Please enter the house, my home, when you are ready. I have so little time. Please listen carefully, Norik Pravus. I have already shared my power with you, chosen you as one of my creatures, so that you may reach this point. When this is over, you will find yourself with even more power. Power you may use to defend against gods. I know you allied yourself against me, but I also know you do not want your world to perish. If the gods are not stopped, the world will be destroyed, and you along with it. You must be a guardian of this world, Norik Pravus. Gielinor must be free.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. I have to admit, I do find his argument somewhat compelling. I do. But I have been a loyal servant of Zeros this whole series. Over 180 episodes of this journey, and I have been a loyal follower of my Lord Zeros, and I have yet to even return him to this world. How can I forsake him now? That said, though, if this is the destiny of Gielinor, I don't know. Perhaps even Zeros ultimately is not to be trusted. Perhaps no god is really to be trusted, no one with so much power. But then, without leadership, without a god, is only chaos inevitable. It will be better ruled by a god, and I will use your powers to aid them.
I am sorry you are blind to the future of that path. Even after all I have told you, Gielinor will be destroyed if you do not protect it. But it is too late for me to act. It is over. My family wait for me. Remember your purpose, Noric Pravus. Forget me.
Noric Pravus, what have you done?
It wasn't Noric Pravus. It was a Majorat, the one called Sliske. I felt it.
He must have waited for our backs to be turned, for our defenses to be down. Sliske struck a killing blow to Guthix before I could reach him.
We discussed this. There was no need for murder. And you trusted his word when he said he would abide by us? I warned you.
Sliske would release me just to steal my victory. I should have known he could not be trusted.
That's enough! Do you really think this is the time for bickering? Guthix is dead. His edicts are broken. The gods can return.
The wars could begin again.
Huh. I mean, there will be another war. I'm not going to bother saying that there's not going to be. I know there's going to be. And it's not that I'm going to serve myself, for ultimately, although, I don't know, it would be interesting if Jagex added the option for me to ascend to godhood myself, but in the meantime, my choice of god will come out victorious.
A courageous claim, and I cannot deny you would be a valuable ally to any god. But what makes you think you would be able to sway the battle to such effect?
In his last moments, Guthix spoke to me. He granted me...
What is happening? Another Zarosian trick?
This was not of our doing.
I didn't see what happened. What happened? Did the world shake or something? Uh-oh. Whoop. Oh, hi, Sarah Doman.
This is no place for battle. Go back to your hiding places.
Okay. Well, the first god has arrived. Oh dear.
Guthix was not an evil god. Like myself, he yearned to make the world a better place for those who dwell upon it. But his notion of balance was flawed, and his presence meant that I could not return. It was not an easy decision, but Guthix had to die. But, Ziliana, that does not mean we should gloat over the events here.
I apologize, my lord.
So, human, you were alone with Guthix in his last breaths. Tell me, do you know who I am?
I know who you are, Saradomin. You are two-faced god. All you want is power.
It seems you have received a rather warped image of me in my absence. Remember, evil beings will always strive to turn you against what is good. With the edicts gone, we have much time for me to show you. I mean only good for this world. Now much has happened here today. With the edicts broken, the world will soon enter a new age. More gods will be coming. I apologize, human. I do hope we meet again. But for now, I must ask you to leave. I have much to do here.
No, okay, maybe not.
Interesting.
You are resistant to my power. My journey back may have temporarily weakened me, I suppose, but still. Human, did Gothix tell you anything in his last moments? Wisdom, secrets, spells? I would advise you to tell me now. I may as well tell him the truth. He gave me some of his power, so I can guard the world against gods. Is that so? Well, you have been given a generous gift. Clearly, Gothix saw something in you. Consider your choices, human. Gothix may have presented you with the world as he sees it, but that is not the only view. There are more worthy paths. No one good would wish for another war of the gods, but sometimes violence is necessary before we can achieve a greater peace. It would be wise to ensure you are on the right side when that violence begins. I will leave you now to think on that. No doubt we will meet again, Guardian. Well, that was pretty cool.
So, this is it, then. Gothix is dead.
We have little time to mourn, Juna. Saradomin has returned.
You are right. We must act quickly if we are to mount a defense. To protect ourselves. Norek Pravus, despite your betrayal, Gothix trusted you. I believe your heart is in the right place. You should have one of these. One is a gift left by our Zanadra. The ring belonged to Cress. He meant for you to have it when this was all over. May they aid you in the battles ahead.
And that's it. Wow, that is a lot of XP. Wow, that is a lot of XP. Oh my. Oh my, I wish I had level 80 prayer right about now.
We will create a shrine here with Gothix. His values will not be forgotten. You should return here if you feel you need to mourn.
And that's the end. That's it. And just like that, the transition from RuneScape 2 to RuneScape 3 began. Sliske, what game are you playing in the end? Granted, we did do a quest where we saw him making bargains with the gods over the Stone of Jas, the captive dragonkin to boot. But still, what were his goals in betraying Zeros? Perhaps things will be more clear when I have returned Zeros himself to this world. Because now, finally, we have access to Fate of the Gods. Okay, technically we had access long before, but still, it's more dramatic to make it sound like we only now have it. The important thing is, we have finished all the prerequisites to understand the story. Now that said, though, am I going to jump straight into Fate of the Gods next time? Probably not. There are a couple of other quests that we can do now that actually will fit into the storyline fairly well. I have to consider that a little bit. But in the meantime, I need to go and get married and go on a honeymoon. As I said before, I will be gone for a couple of weeks, but I am looking forward to coming back to this. What an exciting turn of events in the history of Gielinor. What a fun quest! That was so epic! Ugh. I'm blown away. And I'm really looking forward to coming back next time. I hope you guys are too. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe for the future content. And I will see you guys next time.